Breaking news, many police markers on the ground in South LA where a suspect died in police custody.
CBS 2's Crystal Cruz is live with late-breaking details. Crystal?
Hi, you guys. Investigators are into their 11th hour out here. This street is roped off at both entrance and exit back there. Only neighbors allowed in. But here is some video taken from Sky 2 where you can see the command post has been set up. Now there's a death investigation going on in this neighborhood where flares and officers are guarding the area tonight. The LAPD was called here to check on a suspected prowler just before noon. And when officers arrived, they say they were confronted by a man and he was taken into custody. Now, according to the department, there was a use of force to detain this man who was taken to the hospital and died. Now, force investigation detectives are on scene doing their work out here. Now, back out here live, people who live in the area, they are keeping very quiet tonight. None of them wanted to speak with us on camera. Investigators will be out here for several more hours, but they've been out here already 11 hours as they're working this investigation tonight. I'm Crystal Cruz, live in South Los Angeles. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Crystal. More breaking news. A water main break flooded the intersection of Magnolia Boulevard and 1st Street in Burbank. Sky 2 was over the scene a short time ago. You can see the water was gushing out from under the pavement. Crews are on the scene working to shut off the water. The intersection is closed for now.
A hit-and-run victim is being remembered tonight. The Beverly Hills woman was killed in a car crash in South LA, and the hunt is on now for two people who police say ran from the scene.
CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live in South LA with reaction from those who knew the victim. Jeff?
Suzanne, Peter, the deadly crash happened at this intersection, and if you walk this way, you will see debris scattered across several lanes. The impact so hard, it sent one of the cars into that pole across the street.
I just can't really explain.
Kenneth Towner says he's struggling with the loss of his girlfriend, 34-year-old Naomi Jones, seen in this picture.
Natural beauty, never wore makeup.
Jones was driving in her Honda Civic in the Athens neighborhood of unincorporated LA County around 10:30 Saturday night. The CHP says she was going north on Harvard Boulevard and making a left turn onto 120th Street when a white Mercedes with paper plates T-boned her car.
I pretty much seen the whole thing.
Towner's sister says she saw the crash from their kitchen window, so she ran outside. She asked us not to show her face.
I'm the one who had to come and tell my brother, like, basically, like, your girlfriend's down there.
Jones died at the scene. On her Instagram account, she described herself as a singer, dancer, and artist.
She was extremely outgoing. Like, she had a lot of personality. She was very friendly.
The crash sent the Mercedes into a pole. Police say the driver and passenger of that car were seen getting out and jumping into a white BMW, which drove away. So now Kenneth Towner is asking them to do the right thing by turning themselves in.
We all get scared at incidents like that. But hey, sometimes you just gotta face the consequences.
And police say both the driver and passenger who bailed from that Mercedes were men, but right now investigators don't have good descriptions of the two. Peter and Suzanne, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Jeff. A developing story from Hawaii. At least 30 homes have now been destroyed by the Kilauea volcano. 2 new cracks opened up in Leilani Estates, and scientists say in some spots lava is spewing more than 200 feet into the air. CBS 2's Carter Evans is on the Big Island.
For 5 days, the volcano has been spewing molten lava and ash. Large cracks or fissures spontaneously erupted in a line through the neighborhood, setting several homes on fire. We watched as smoke engulfed this house.
Unfortunately, we're up to 26 residents that have been taken out.
Sam Knox lives about 100 yards away from one of the eruptions.
Did they ask you to evacuate?
There was a mandatory evacuation, but by law, I don't have to leave.
And why did you choose to stay?
Because this is where I live, right here. I had faith in the gods that my house was going to be okay.
Just a few hours ago, this street was wide open, and now you could see it's covered in about 6 feet of lava. It cools pretty quickly. You could almost walk on it now, but if you look inside, you can see where it's still glowing red.
The prognosis is for this to continue. We see no slowdown in activity. Our seismic and geodetic data coming from the region still indicate magma accumulating.
That means new eruptive fissures could open up, unleashing more lava and toxic gases into the community.
The lava has blocked so many roads in this community that's one reason why they've evacuated people. There's concern that they could get surrounded, locked in, and first responders wouldn't be able to get here if people needed help.
Carter Evans, CBS 2 News.
Tens of thousands of University of California workers are set to go on strike starting tomorrow, which will affect UCLA and all of its health centers. CBS 2's Christy Pajardo is live in Westwood with more on what's at stake. Christy.
Yeah, Peter, tonight those workers are preparing to hit the picket lines in the morning, which is why they brought in these porta potties. Administrators here at UCLA have come up with a contingency plan, but are warning students there could be hiccups in services. In the meantime, the hospital is bringing in temporary workers to make sure that patient care is not compromised. For the next 3 days, some surgeries at Ronald Reagan UCLA may be rescheduled. That's because much of the hospital's workers are joining tens of thousands of other UC system employees on the picket lines. Many students on the Westwood campus say they don't expect much of a disruption.
You know, everybody wants more money, and if they can get it, more power to them.
AFS-CME, the union representing the UC's service and patient care workers, is hoping the 3-day strike will force administrators back to the bargaining table. After the UC system announced it would impose a contract with a 2% raise, the union wants 6% annually, a continued retirement age of 60, as well as other concessions, spurred on by a study showing a large pay gap for female and minority employees.
What this is about for workers can be boiled down to one word, which is inequality, both in respect to income, race, and gender.
And other unions are backing them up on the picket lines. In all, 24,000 of those expected to walk out are patient care and service workers, like nurses, aides, and food service employees. 14,000 are nurses, 15,000 healthcare research and technical workers. In a statement Sunday night, the University of California said AFS-CME leaders are demanding a nearly 20% pay raise over 3 years, twice what other UC employees have received. The university cannot justify to taxpayers such an excessive raise, no matter how much we appreciate our service workers. The union says members also want to be sure that patients are not put at risk. That's why workers have agreed to leave the picket lines to tend to medical emergencies, including helping with surgeries. Back to you.
Thank you, Christy. A new study highlights the dangers of being on the road in the Southland. Los Angeles, Riverside, and San Bernardino counties are at the top of the list when it comes to deadly crashes in our state. The red blobs you see show LA County, each dot representing a fatal accident. There you see the entire country. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration has the numbers for more than 36,000 deadly accidents in the U.S. California claims 10% of them.
Drivers are just wild. They're just seems to be like the Wild West out there.
I do get worried, especially having the kids in the car.
The NHTSA says a Northridge intersection is the most dangerous here in California. It's at Devonshire and Reseda. The top causes for deadly crashes are speeding, DUIs, and not staying in the proper lane.
Well, you could call this the day the music died. For 13 years, the FYF Music Festival entertained crowds at Exposition Park. But low ticket sales reportedly torpedoed this year's show. Golden Voice and AEG tweeted out that organizers felt unable to present an experience on par with the expectations of loyal fans. One fan, excited about reported headliner Janet Jackson, said she had planned to go.
Yeah, I haven't bought my tickets yet, so maybe that's why. I think people were maybe planning to go but haven't really jumped on the ball yet.
Golden Voice says all tickets already purchased will be fully refunded, but such a bummer.
Yeah, my husband was going to go.
Aww.
Now he gets to stay home with me and the baby. Lucky
Poor
him.
guy.
A warning for women looking for love.
Is he at it again? Another woman says she was left with a bill from the Dine and Dash Romeo.
Plus, another major construction project begins at LAX tonight. How to get around the traffic tie-ups.
Also, spring cleaning your home and your Wi-Fi, the new gadgets that can help.
And a live look outside where we had a taste of summer this weekend. I'll let you know how long the heat is going to stick around.